So, what is the message for today for the consciousness collective? Go ahead and guide me, or what is the message for the collective today? What's it gonna be? All right, guide to this one. So, what come out, come out. So, what are we on with the collective? What is the consciousness on for the collective right now? Let's see what come out. What is this message dealing with? I'm very excited right now to see what's gonna come out. Boom. Uh-oh. Darkness. Darkness is what come out. Uh-oh. Hey, what we getting on darkness right now? This is beautiful to me. In the beginning, everything was darkness. Everything was darkness. Everything was darkness. That's what it's about. Oh, hey, you know the depths of darkness. It's everything. It's so much darkness. You get your rest in darkness. You heal when you rest for your vessel, right? You put your vessel to sleep, right? Like at this time of night, most people still sleep right now, right? So when you sleeping, your cells in your body, because your body has many things that think. Like your stomach thinks thinks. Your stomach thinks. It'd be like, hey, food low, I'm hungry. We should get some more food. Your stomach thinks. Your stomach be like, digest this. We can get this, squeeze a little tighter. Like your stomach sends messages you be thinking. Okay? The white blood cells in your body fight off infections. You don't send your white blood cells to fight off a virus in your body to keep you from getting a cold. You don't say, oh, I need you to go fight this sinus infection. Before the infection is really an infection. Once it's an infection and your T cells send a signal to the white blood cells, they come down into action, okay? So, the T cells, that's why what they call, the disease AIDS, right? That disease is so dangerous because when people get HIV, right, it infects the T cells in your body. And your T cells can't tell the white blood cells to come fight it off. That's why they get it. Because they don't die from it. They die from the virus they get after it because the T cells get... The T cells, okay. Darkness. I told you this. Hey, dude, this is the real, bro. You and me, the big chief. Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad. I forgot, because I'll be really tapped in. Y'all ready for me to do it? All right. They say they him because they not me. I am the big chief. Because the consciousness is who I am. Therefore, I am spiritually conscious. So back to the darkness, right? Because the darkness comes before the light. That's why it's night before day, because everything was darkness. Until consciousness said, let there be light. So the darkness, man, this message is so deep, man. This is beautiful. Like I said, the T cells in your body call on the white blood cells, which is like me with the tarot right now, making a call out to consciousness, which is God, Source, the Most High, because it's still the Most High what? The Most High. Most High what? Most High consciousness. Because consciousness is the awareness. And you can never be more aware than awareness itself. And man can't be anything that God can't be. And man can't do nothing that God can't do. So anything man can do, God can do. God gave man something that made man be able to live. The gift that man got from the Most High consciousness is consciousness itself. Whether it's consciousness or subconsciousness. If you got consciousness, you automatically have a subconsciousness. Because a subconsciousness is awareness that's automatic. Okay? That's the subconsciousness. Because consciousness is awareness. So consciousness is awareness. Point blank, period. Consciousness. Okay? Subconsciousness is awareness with a cap on it. Okay? The subconsciousness is awareness with a cap on it. Because, darkness is like a lot of unknown information to most, right? Because remember, people fear what they don't understand. And usually if you don't understand or overstand something, it's because you lack knowledge on it. I mean, that's how it worked for me. I don't have knowledge on something, then I might not overstand or understand it because I may not be aware about it. So when I gain awareness, which is consciousness, because you can't gain knowledge without consciousness. You need the awareness to retain information. You need the awareness to even save information. So everybody got a subconsciousness that's alive, but everybody may not be consciously free. Hey, that's why we learning though. That's so crazy. I love y'all. But yeah, consciousness, the Most High consciousness. Shout out to the collective. Because at the end of the day, somebody in the collective knew that answer. Somebody in the collective knew that answer. Somebody in the collective ancestor knew that answer. Something in consciousness knew that answer. I'm tapped into consciousness, so I was able to get that answer. Because ascending in my consciousness helps me tap into the answers of truth. You tapping into answers that's leading to that are only lies, and they keep getting proven wrong by you being in the wrong, trying to defend your point. Then you're not high enough. You're not raising high enough on your consciousness connection. It's like, because, darkness, right? Because there's a high and a low, positive and negative. There's a good, there's a bad, right? There's a left, there's a right, there's a this, there's a that. It's a square, it's a circle. Then you got a straight line. Oh, snap. So, darkness, this is the first card that came out. But darkness, you see I got the snakes on there. Serpents are wise. Serpents are poisonous. Serpents got longevity, regeneration. Serpents will turn on you. Serpents will turn for you. You know, a lot of times some things may be bad for others to end up being good for the collective or good for you. Some things were bad for you or for the collective and was good for others. So a lot of times good and bad is perception. You know, if you're really trying to stay on the, I say the positive side of choices, if you do it consciously, it'll help lead you that way. You know, but I told you this is like my favorite deck right here, bro. This card right here, this tarot right here, man. I'd be like, man, this is beautiful. Cause like darkness, man. Like I said, this is the first card. Man. He said, look, man, it's no games out here, man. We enlighten out here, man. We enlighten out here. Each one teach one. One hand lift a hand while we hold up. Hey, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, like, hey, darkness, bro. Everything was darkness. That's like still the beginning, you know. Then consciousness, most high became conscious. Well, everything was darkness, then the most high was conscious. Everything was darkness, and then the most high became conscious. Then said, let there be light. Mess around, be right. Man, Ashe, man. Ooh-wee. Everything was darkness, and then the Most High became consciousness and said, let there be light. And then there was light. You know? Yeah, you gotta see how I was telling the story, man. I mean, you got one book, man. They already got like 12, 13 different people writing this story about something. Man, that came out renewal. I said, look, renewal came out, and we talking about darkness and renewal because you got like 13 different people telling the story. You know what I'm saying? You know how people tell stories. They always want to make sure they gotta make, I'm just saying, every story, nobody fell walking up a hill, Somebody rolled their ankle and got laughed at by friends and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, what we about to do, like I said, then renewal came out, right? Instead of like 13 different people telling the same story, and I said, you know how that go with people. So renewal came out. So what we gonna do is right now, like, I'm about to see what this card, because renewal, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that came out right on time. We already talking about how they telling the story and they want to do it in their own way. You feel me? Like, they rewrote this story so many times, man. So we about to just, renewal came out. I feel like, I ain't taking it. Not that I'm messing up, but I ain't perfect, but I'm more than worth it. All right, so bam. Ancestors love me, so we good. We good. All right, so let's see. Okay. It said this card number 25, happy number 25. It says happy from the Egyptian gods oracle card deck. It says this card personalized the annual flooding of the Nile River, dealing with fertility of the land, and thus is associated with themes of abundance, renewal, life, and all right. It says the flood was essential for the fertility of the land, and thus happy is associated with the theme of abundance, renewal, and life-giving properties. So abundance and renewal. And then when you talk about the word, right, they be talking about a renewed mind. You know what I mean? A renewed mind. Like, see how this is going? I'm trying to show you, like, a renewed mind. So if you born with a consciousness, but it's a subconscious is what you work. If you got a subconscious mind regardless. So that's your spirit, right? So your subconscious mind is your spirit. So you got your subconscious mind at least, right? So just off that, you feel me? If you ascend, you can end up with a renewed mind, which is a reprogrammed consciousness. So you can start, if you are a programmed mind being, right? You basically a person that operates off your subconscious and you not woke, right? But you want to change the way your life is going by tapping in with your spiritual coach right here, the Big Chief. All right. You can get your programmed mind to stop living in fear and doubt and self-hatred and insecurities, to have a positive mindset and start moving, which is motion. Start moving or start putting your subconscious and energy, which is your subconscious mind, in motion towards a calmer, peaceful, brighter, more entertaining future of existence of your inner self being. Because by you even having a subconscious mind in itself, you have something that belongs to yourself. Because your subconscious mind is still your mind. And this type of teaching is what got Anu, who was King Tut's father, poisoned. Because that is the new Pharaoh. That was the new Pharaoh way of teaching. By letting them know that even if you had a subconscious mind, which people looked at as a lesser mind, you could reprogram it to elevate to be a better you. And nobody can stop you from doing that when you accept that this is your truth. But if you have an awakening throughout this process, that's when you'll find out that you have a conscious mind. And then you'll truly understand that the Most High God is consciousness. And then you will understand why I'm the part of consciousness that makes me who I am. And the part of consciousness that me is consciousness itself in the form of what you see. If there's anything going to be more conscious than me, it'll be in a different vessel than of a human being. So like I said, you got free will to renew your mind or reprogram your subconscious mind, at least to obtain a better, calmer, peaceful, more entertaining, engaging life and future for yours. Worst case scenario. But there are also the scenario where you could end up with a full-on awakening and truly realizing that your full awakening was realizing that you are consciousness itself and that it is unlimited levels of it. And being true to yourself, you will be happy with knowing that you are at a level, and then you'll just be more concerned with just rising. And that is just worth it all. And then you really know, I'm never trying to hold you back. I love being who I am. I'm here working with the ancestors because we want you to be the best you for you. And by showing love to me in the ways you do, you ain't doing nothing but just showing the universe. And really, you just showing yourself is true. Because you know nobody want to show no love to me. Because I'm the one that's going to tell the truth. And that's all right. Because as you rise, we rise together. As I rise, you rise, because we rise together. Because the more consciousness I be, I'm going to keep sharing it. Yeah, you catch it as much as you want, man. I'm always like, come on, man. Hey, I holds it down, guys. I'm the truth out here. The ancestors know who they're working with. I'm that. Yeah. I throw the party, pat you down, and run the door. You get to acting up, I get you out the door. You calling up, talking about you coming back to do what to what? I'll be right here when you get here and show you ain't doing nothing that you thought. So, like I said, when I rise, you rise, we rise together. When you rise, I rise, we rise together. I said, when you rise, I rise, we can climb forever. I'm going up though. Alright, when you see me going down, you better look at who come up though. Cause I only went down to bring them up though. Man, what's up, man? Hit another one, man. Hey, shout out to the ancestors, man. You know what it is. I'm a living ancestor. So, see what the ancestors got on this last one, then we're gonna hit another one of the consciousness collective. You know what I'm saying? But consciousness is the ancestors with me. Ooh, they said I can look at the bottom. Man, that's the card I seen when I said I seen something. Man, why was this though? Intelligence. Of course you intelligent. You conscious. Consciousness is intelligent. You know why? Because your awareness is all about becoming more aware. Ooh-wee. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? So, how is the collective? How is the collective being received on their ascension with this consciousness? There we go. That's what we talking about right there. Okay. We got the Queen of Swords. Uh, okay, Queen of Swords. Bam. I was gonna say right here when I was saying that, I was gonna say the Queen of Swords, man. You already looking like, oh, yo, the head. Oh, okay. So hey, it looked like it did say victory came out. You feel me? Victory did come out. Woo, with the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. So, woo. How the collective being perceived, you basically being perceived as you just came out on top sitting on your throne, and who was trying to stop you, you went ahead and went indigenous on them and you got the head in the hand. You said, I got a head, you got the head in the hand. You always like, I got the head in the hand. You got them like, I got the head in the hand, you feel me? I got the head in the hand. Look at you, oh, the head in the hand. In victory. They say you was victorious. Collective consciousness is victorious. Yeah. Because the collective consciousness ain't worried about, ain't tripping out these little holidays coming up. You know what I'm saying? Collective consciousness, like, man, you know, I give my kids, the collective consciousness say they breaking bread with their family, show love to their family when they got their eggs in the basket. You know what I'm saying? They said when they get a certain amount of eggs in their basket, they say their family wake up to breakfast. And, you know what I mean? They wake up to breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Home cooked meal breakfast. You know what I'm saying? They said, but when there's a certain amount of eggs in the basket, they might have been just getting ramen noodles for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And they stayed, and then you led to victory. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting out of the collective consciousness. You know, y'all wasn't in there going crazy in the stores, man. They thought y'all was gonna be out here trying to steal, you know, for Thanksgiving, man. I'm getting from the, you know, the source. You feel me? Tapped in the source, you know. Original consciousness, collective consciousness, source, you know, the ancestors tapped into all that, used all energy and motion, you feel me? You know, it's all motion, so we in motion consciously. Tapped in, you feel me? So, you know, I'm getting that the collective is victorious. You know, they thought y'all was going to be, you know, out here stealing and stuff or to celebrate a holiday to be thankful for. Like, they thought you was going to be thankful to be in a dinner of thieves. You feel me? That's what they thought y'all was going to be doing. You feel me? And that way they can feel like they wasn't wrong, you know, for taking y'all land after Thanksgiving, right? But the consciousness, the indigenous collective, right, held their ground. You feel me? It's almost like the indigenous collective subconscious mind still helped them hold their ground for the most part. You feel me? Because like I said, all kinfolk ain't kinfolk anyway. You know what I'm saying? Seed come from the father, so some of these people are your master kid. If it went over your head, you need to learn something. You getting from Spirit said, y'all need to start looking at some of y'all history, man. You gotta understand. You know, Benjamin Franklin. Shout out to the ancestors. Benjamin Franklin, man, he had like 100 kids by his slaves. So, you know, it's 100 seed comes from the father. So it's 100 white men and black bodies running around. Because you ever wonder why you like, dang man, you black, why you trying to be white? He's like, my dad's white. What are you talking about? I'm white. Remember they say that? They was like, hey, so you gotta understand how this goes. All right. I thought they was going in my live because I got to talking about it like that. But I'm telling the truth though. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? Like if the father is African American and he got a Caucasian wife, right? African American father, Caucasian wife, feel me? They make a baby. The kids come from the father's seed. So, you have a Caucasian father, African American woman, that's a wife, Caucasian husband, they have a baby, married, virgins, beautiful kids. Kids come from the father's seed, white man. Now, who's his father? Now, his father, white man, there's two fathers in a row. It's white man. But if they go back enough, it'd be black man. See what I'm saying? So, still a man, right? So, focus is consciousness. So, we're the collective consciousness, ancestors alive in consciousness. When they left their vessels, they left in consciousness, and the ancestors are still alive and well, living in consciousness, unless they decided to end up in another vessel, and their consciousness would be in a vessel, and then your ancestors would be reincarnated in consciousness. Now, the only thing is, are you aware? Otherwise, then we don't know. We just hope and pray and believe in faith. Ashe. There you go. Shout out to him, man. That's how it gets down with me, man. It's all day, so And then, so that's a deep message right now going on, but as we do know that it did start out with darkness, and everything was darkness, and there's so many layers to darkness. When you think of darkness and the layers of darkness, as we ascend consciously together on this connection, I would like you to think of it as the ocean. The ocean is so deep, no human being's ever been down to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? But if we ascend higher in consciousness on our thoughts about this to seek out answers, we can consciously come up with a solution. For example, darkness, layers. This is what the message is about. Remember, this whole conscious collective message is about darkness. Because everything was darkness until the Most High consciously said, let there be light. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So, how we ascending on our consciousness connection is we're already looking at the darkness like the ocean, and we're consciously understanding that the ocean is so deep that no human being ever been to the bottom. But now we're going to level up on our conscious understanding or overstanding or consciousness knowing, right? Because now we're observing the fact that the Earth is a planet in space. And space, the Earth is not sitting on the ground. The ground is inside Earth, okay? Earth is in space. So if you go through the bottom of the ocean, you come out of the planet. You, depending on where you're at in the ocean, you can go all the way through the ocean and you come out the bottom of the planet and you'll be under the Earth because the Earth is in space. It's not sitting on the ground. So you won't go through the bottom of the planet by coming out the ocean, and you won't splatter on the ground. There is no ground. You'll be in space. You'd be the same as if you was flew straight up out the top of the earth where you'll be in space. It's just you'll be underneath the planet in space instead of being above the planet in space when you come out of it. But when you come out of it, like coming out of your subconscious program mind, you are out of it. And when you come out of the earth, which you come out of the ocean, which lead out of the earth, which leads into space, you'll now you know that consciousness is abundant more than the depths of the ocean because it's abundant like space now on our perception of consciousness. And now you see that space is bigger than the ocean. So at the end of the day, you don't know. At the end of the day, consciousness is omnipresent. Because wherever consciousness doesn't exist, it must not be nothing there. So everything was darkness until consciousness said, let there be light. But since consciousness said, let there be light, consciousness existed before light. So if the awareness existed before light, then you don't know what existed before light because consciousness did, and anything consciousness is aware of exists. So no, the person you talked to before me did not know everything. Big Ashe. Salute to the big chief. Ooh, wah. Shout out to the ancestors. Bang, all day. No shots fired. True, conscious words were spoken. Top card for clarification or confirmation. King. What? King? Man, they gonna look up that shit right here. King of Pentacles, because there's many. There's more than one king out here, right? King of Pentacles. Let's see where that's at. King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing reads too, man. I'm the truth for y'all. I got you, bro. Yeah. If I ain't gonna be one of the greats, man, I don't even be doing it. And then if I am doing it, I'm gonna keep working at it until I am one of the greats. All right, so we got the King of Pentacles right here, as you see, it's in the book. King of Pentacles. I'm gonna read it out. It says, "Stop trying to be a jack of all trades. Specialize. You have strong sensual and physical desires just now. Don't let your sense of self-discipline interfere with your personal happiness and fulfillment." King of Pentacles. So, I just told you, man, I said, you need a rock, your spiritual coach right here, man. I said, for clarification. I just said that. Listen, it's on the live, bro. I'm going to have to do my thing to it and make sure I throw it up on all the other things. So smack y'all in the face with it for the haters and then show love for the real ones and make you know that the ancestors, the Most High God, the original consciousness got you. You feel me? He ain't playing. It ain't playing because consciousness ain't no gender. Consciousness is just a being. Consciousness is more than a state of mind. Consciousness is the truth itself. And I said, for clarification and confirmation, it said, King, man. And I said, I'm the big chief, and they got me delivering you the message. And I said, give the conscious collective the message for confirmation and clarification. It's letting you know, this is who's letting you know what it is. They communicating right here with the big chief, and this is what it is. And I'm here to do what I'm doing, baby. What you talking about, man? You don't see all these scars on me, man? They been trying to get, man, quit playing, man. Consciousness ain't going out like that. Play, boy. You ain't enslaving consciousness. Manifest that, baby. So, for the collective consciousness. That's why they say they can lock up their bodies, they can't lock up their minds. Like I said, the collective consciousness. You feel me? Because when they get to tapping in like that, because you know, I bet they don't get no tarot cards in there, but you can do it with a deck of cards. So if you one of the people that's locked up in the joint or something, and you know how to do tarot or something, man, or you interested in it, I might holler. You start showing love of my content. I'll mess around and I don't know, I might link up with you on to show you how to read them, because you can do it with the deck of cards. But you gotta have that consciousness gift. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like if you operate out your subconscious mind and you tap in your subconscious, if you in your subconsciousness, you're not going to be able to run the cards like this. But you have your awakening and you tap in, and then you already linking in and connecting without. When you connected, you'll know how they. When you tapped in and they communicate, and you connected with your consciousness, your higher consciousness. I gotta drop that. I used to didn't take these, but now it's like maybe that's what it means. So this one came out, the high priestess. So the high priestess. So I'm talking about you being tapped in with your if you tapped in your subconsciousness, I was saying you're not going to be able to run the tarot card because you haven't had your full awakening. You have to be fully awakened. You have to be awakened, all right? And then you have to put in your time and pay your dues with putting in the work of leveling up your consciousness itself. And then your consciousness will guide you to what it wants, what you need to do for you. Your heart, it'll do it. Like you ain't gotta use no card. You might start making a comic book, and then in the comic book you be constantly enlightening things that need to be known through your comic, whether you know it or. But yeah, you'll know it because you're consciously doing it. See what I'm saying? That's how you know. So the high priestess, you know. Oh yeah, so that's gonna be it. Look like a major arcana. It's a major arcana, yep. Trust your intuition more than your reason. Wasn't I just telling you that if you in your subconscious mind, program mind, you're not gonna be able to do this, but you have your awakening. Trust your intuition more than your reason. Act more on feelings than on facts. Take your time to think about your options. Tackle difficulties with enthusiasm. These are opportunities to learn. To be a winner now, don't withdraw. The high priestess, very strong part. You're very strong. Collective consciousness is very strong. They say don't withdraw. That means don't back out. You feel me? You don't back out. Go in. Remember, because they already said you're getting a message from, you feel me? So I'm delivering a message, right? The big chief letting you know that don't back out. Stay strong. You feel me? Keep ascending, because as you ascending, I'm ascending with you. Because the most high consciousness is the one that knows everything. I'm learning too. I'm learning. I'm consciousness learning. So I'm consciousness, expanding my consciousness, sharing my consciousness. Because consciousness is sharing consciousness with me. The big chief, man, Bible the day for clarification. I mean, we're just gonna close out. We're gonna close out this message right here, man, because I'm about to end it with how I am. So the ending of the message, bam, what is it? Man, King again. King of Swords, bro. They got King of Swords. King of Swords, bro. You got the King of Pentacles right here. When I said the big chief, and then let you know that the high priestess, if you stand strong with you following your consciousness and your intuition, man, raising further from the program of the mind state of slavery and shackles and keeping you separated from your power. You feel me? And then, at the end of the day, it said we closed out the message, and it was saying King of Swords, man. Like I said for y'all, man, I'm gonna rock with the book to let y'all know that I really get down like this. So you gotta understand, man, when I do your readings, I'm gonna be running it like this, but it'll be for you personally. So your message is gonna be for you. This for the collective consciousness. We get in like this. I've been hearing this long for the collective consciousness. I do this consciously, and then I say it out of love. And the reason why I say and then I say out of love, because the love doesn't even matter when it comes to me. I'm consciously gonna do this regardless, because this is me. I consciously exist to consciously help ascend consciousness. That's what I'm about. Otherwise, if I'm at the gathering with y'all, and if anything y'all talking about, there ain't nothing I can do to ascend that consciousness talk, because y'all either laying down the point so strong, or y'all got it going on so much, or y'all laying it down, or it's just so not. I'm not saying that. I'm in the moment, consciously. You said something funny in that moment, I'm consciously I'm not trying to react, and then I'm gonna consciously respond. And then I probably consciously not say nothing. But when I do speak, it's going to be on some ascended consciousness. It's going to be, if it's something funny, it's going to be something that you're going to be like, dang, or I'm probably not going to do it. Like, I'm 40, not 20. So, I let my son think he the master of the jabs, You feel me? He 19 now. He just turned 19, my son. I let him, he can think he the fastest. All right, cool. You want to be the fastest? You can be Flash, bro. Okay, you can be the fastest, bro. And then I constantly smack him in the head with conscious truth, like, hey, you can be the Flash all you want, bro. I'm Superman. He's just as fast as the Flash. But he gonna hit him like a locomotive. That's the difference between me and you. And that's how I talk to my son. So, yeah, you keep being Flash, bro. Hey, I can't wait to race you. Yeah, get my bread up, son. I love to race my son on live, bro. He likes to run the 800. So, and then I told him he was very smart. I was like, that was definitely a consciousness thing by him picking the 800. I was like, ooh, I felt like him when Marlon Wayans looked at the other dude. Like, I felt like that when you say 800. Because I was like, dang, I run the sprints because I don't like running long. I'll do the 400-meter dash because that's the man's race. I was like, but the whole time I always felt like that 800. I always felt like, man, for real, man, the 800 is as deadly as the 400. I feel like if you run the 800 or the 400, you the truth in track, bro. You do the 800 or 400, you a dog, bro. For real. Like 800 or 400, you a dog, bro. So my son said 800, I was like, so, I was like, all right. So as you can see, I'm definitely motivated. Like I said, that man running 800. And he told me how he run it. I said, man, that's the perfect way to run it. Oh, man. So I thought I was going to be, like, testing him when I race him. But the more I constantly think about the 800, I'm like, man, it's really like testing me. Because that 800, I ain't going to lie, that's really a race I ain't never really want to run, because I ain't want to run the 400. I just a man, so I do. You feel me? But shoot. So here we ended it with the King of Swords. We're looking at swords. Oh, I'm over here drooling at the mouth, man. Slobbing on myself. Like, anticipation. Anticipation. Ancestors, man. I love them. All right, there go the King of Swords. Uh-oh. And it says, your keen imagination helps you achieve independence. Cultivate your talents. Seek the company of those who truly care about you. King of Swords. So, hey, they say It's for the consciousness, the collective consciousness. It said, because this is for all of us. This right here, ending on this, all of us is included. I was doing the reading for the collective consciousness, and by doing the reading for y'all, the consciousness collective had to let y'all know that this is the one they're using to deliver the message to you. So I had to, I ended up being involved in that part because it's consciousness and we in it. So, because we from it. We is it. And that's what this is. So for y'all, part of the collective consciousness on the ascended consciousness connection is letting y'all know. If they ask you what your religion is, tell them you're just spiritually conscious. And you continue to stay on that ascended consciousness connection. And if they ask what you talking about, you can tell them, you can send them to the big chief. All you got to do is pull me up, play a video, and tell them if you got questions about it, come see me. Ask him. Check with him online. He'll let you know what time it is. Because I'm playing my part and he playing his. And this is a consciousness connection. So I'm like y'all lawyer, all right? I'm letting y'all know this how it is, man. When they get to messing with you about spiritual beliefs and they want to try to debate you on it, man, you ain't got to debate them on nothing, man. I'm going to tell you what it is. I am who I said I am. Send them to me. Because I am the big chief. Send them to me. They want to know about what it is that we own? Send them to me. I'll be on live. I got content. Holler at me. Tell them I ain't been scared of them since I ain't been scared of them. I ain't been scared of them since they was thought to even exist. I ain't never scared of nothing. And I sure ain't gonna be scared of them. Tell them, hey, remember what you scared of. And just know, I ain't scared of that shit. And I end quote, the big chief has spoken. Shout out to the ancestors. Thanks for the message. Shout out to Source, the Most High God, which is the original consciousness, the Most High consciousness. Thanks for letting me connect. And we're going to stay ascended on this consciousness connection. And it's an honor and privilege to be the spiritual coach, the big chief. We are Ashe.